Hi everyone, it's Sunday, August 13th, time for another HideNet Week in Review. I'm Vera Dordick. As a reminder, we're not publishing the international and European reports in August while the tanneries are closed in Italy, but we do have news from the US and Brazil, so we will start with the US where the week was actually quieter than most expected and the standoff between buyers and sellers continues. Sellers want more for steers, but buyers won't pay the higher prices. And overall, it sounds like volumes were not big during the week. Looking at heavy Texas steers, they managed to add $1 to sell for as high as $28 for 62, 64-pound selections. Other steers were mainly steady, and that includes the automotive ones, which have been in short supply and are pretty popular these days. Cow sellers say prices are still steady and hides keep moving, but getting higher levels is not possible. Looking at combined export sales for the week ending August 3rd, and they looked pretty big at first glance at 890,300, but actually there was a big chunk of late reporting for raw hides, and when you take out that figure, which was 319,343, the total is in line with recent weeks, both for raw hides and for the total number. On the other hand, combined shipments truly were better at 863,000, which is 50% more than the previous week. Estimated slaughter for the week ending yesterday, August 12th, was just 603,000, and that's 2% lower than the last week. From South America, editor Ronald Guiel tells us that fresh hide per kilo and the reference price of TR1 is unchanged at 65 cents per square foot. Other Latin origins were mainly stable again this week also. In other news from Brazil, we have the full numbers for Brazil's July exports of hides and skins, and they were actually down by almost 16% in value compared to the previous month and 5% lower in value than the same month last year. Now that data comes from the Ministry of Development, Industry and Commerce and Services, and it was analyzed by the CICB. And if we look at volume, the numbers were better, up by 21% in square meters and just over 35% in tons compared to the same month last year. Compared to June, however, the totals are lower by 18%, almost 18.5% in area and 13% in weight. Also, Brazilian cattle slaughter was up by 11% in the second quarter, and right now the global economy is weighing on Brazil's footwear exports. From elsewhere in Latin America, in Argentina, footwear and leather goods sales were down 5% from June. In Mexico, the government an Argentine group is reactivating Frigorifico Florida. That is all we have for this week, and until next week, good night from HideNet.